Hello there, here's wishing all of you gorgeous times ahead. I'm sure you won't mind me talking about the mind today. And I'm sure your sharp mind would comprehend the gist of what I would like to talk about. Well, friends, as I flood my sentences with a deluge of the word mind, a question might arise into you as to why this repetition, why this flooding of the word mind. Well, friends, today the topic of what I'm going to talk is the mind. This enigmatic, this puzzle of an entity, or is it an organ? Let's dissect and see. The mind. Is it an organ? Let's see. When you say, don't mind my talking like this, you are referring to the heart. And when you say, it doesn't enter my mind, you refer to the brain, your gray cells. So what is it? Is it the mind? Is it the heart? Or is it the brain? Well, it could be anything as per the context. Well, such is a range of utility of this wonderful, amazing, puzzling mystery called the mind. Now, when we are talking about the mind, well, if it's not an organ, does it have a structure? If you look at a scientist, maybe a biologist, never agreed to the fact that it had a structure because it was not an organ at all. But the father of psychoanalysis and one of the most eminent psychologists, Sigmund Freud, designed a particular structure for the mind. So shall we dissect what he had designed as a structure? Well, let's go ahead. Well, he said he divided the entire mind into three regions. The lowest one was the unconscious, which contained a large number of secrets. Now, you might be wondering what these secrets are. Well, these are the large number of unaccountable phobias, unwarranted feelings, which keep erupting up at any odd time, putting you in a quandary. Why am I feeling like this? Why do I behave like this? Well, these are the aftermaths of a large number of childhood traumas, unrequited desires, unfulfilled cravings. These are what lead to filling up the space in the unconscious. And once in a while, like water seeping out of the walls during rainy seasons, these feelings, these manifestations erupt out through the conscious, and people can sense it, people can see it, people can feel it. The most common form of how the unconscious expresses itself is through dreams. Quite very often we wake up in the morning thinking, why did I dream this? Two unconnected people occurring simultaneously in a dream. Say for instance, your favorite childhood matinee idol, your heartthrob, comes, knocks at your door and gives you your favorite doll or a favorite toy which you are craving for but you never could get it. Why? What is the connection between the matinee idol and this toy? Just one single commonality. It's you and your craving for both of them. And then it manifests itself in the form of a dream. Well, this is what the unconscious is about. The unconscious contains a large number of layers, pile upon pile of information which has entered your mind during your formative years, which keeps coming up in some form or the other. They could manifest itself, as I said, in the form of dreams or in various other forms. Then comes the next layer above the unconscious, that is the subconscious, which is even called the preconscious. Now, this preconscious has certain responses which you are definitely aware of, but not as consciously as the conscious. It, say for example, when you are rubbed the wrong way by a friend, your fragile ego, your fractured ego shows some kind of response which you can sense. And even people across can very easily sense, just as you sense it, when somebody else's fractured ego erupts and manifests itself. Well, friends, this ego is what is a main member of the region of the preconscious. And preconscious lies above the unconscious in the mind. And one more thing about the preconscious is that the preconscious connects the unconscious with the conscious. It is like a liaison officer, like a link that connects the unconscious to the conscious. Like the example of the dream. How did the dream erupt out? It is a connect between the unconscious and the conscious as established by the preconscious. So hence we have the unconscious and we have the preconscious or the subconscious. Then comes the uppermost layer, the layer of the conscious. The conscious actions that you perform. Consciously you sit and recollect data, all the data that has been collected, draw conclusions, analyze, and then take a decision consciously. It could be how you prepare for the exams, or you decide how to invest in a property or to purchase an article, or whether the price of an article is justified or no. You work on the basis of previously collected data. Or even as simple as probability process, wherein you decide whether a particular player would win a Grand Slam or no. Even that is a conscious analysis. Well, friends, these are the regions, these are the layered regions of the mind. The mystery is not yet solved. There are many more things to discuss about in the mind. Well, I have set the ball rolling. We can all sit together and work on this wonderful platform, the platform which is my channel, Ananth Anand. Do keep watching, do keep liking, do keep sharing, and please do subscribe to my channel, Ananth Anand, where we will talk more about the mind and the various ways in which we can manage this wonderful puzzle.